Hey, this is Ghost Dad for Pro Audio Star, hanging out on the roof of our warehouse space in Brooklyn and checking out Native Instruments' new Kontrol S4. It's one of the most hyped units to hit the streets. It's a 4-channel controller and sound card made for Traktor by the makers of Traktor. Let's take over to the WinkSound studios and really get in depth with some of the features on this new Kontrol S4. Let's take a look at the layout of the S4. We've got our mixer right here in the middle with our 4 decks available, EQ, filter knobs, Q for our headphones, as well as gains and sends for our effects above. A really nice crossfader right here in the middle, which is really nice and responsive. It's not only a fully featured controller, it's a high quality sound card with these 1/4-inch outputs available to send your mix to the house, analog inputs for your turntables or CDJs, as well as a MIDI interface and foot switch jack in the back as well. On each deck, we have controls for our effects. Below that is the jog wheel, which is really nice and responsive. They approach this jog wheel a little differently. It's an actual switch that activates when you push down on it, which is kind of nice and gives you peace of mind that you know you're grabbing the track and scratching it. You're also able to nudge those tracks if you touch the outside of the wheel. Below that, we have controls for our loop points, both in and out, and knobs to adjust their position and length. We have our pitch knob right here, which controls the pitch or speed of our song. We have playback for our sample decks, as well as cue points and transport controls for our deck or our sample decks. The sample decks are unique to the S4 software, which Traktor made specifically for the Kontrol S4. You have up to 4 assignable loops for each deck, and they take up decks C and D in the Traktor layout. When I go into deck C, I'm able to play back those tracks as well as cue them back with the cue point buttons, sync them up, and play them with the transport controls. So first I'm gonna browse to the first track I used. I'm gonna load it into my deck B on the right-hand side and enable the loop that I have set for that deck. If I play it back, we should hear that loop playing. You can also load samples into the loop decks. I'll move down to that sample, go into deck C, and I can also hit the load button and it'll load that sample up into that deck. The Kontrol S4 is definitely going to be one of the most in-demand digital DJ solutions in the coming months. Find out more at proaudiostar.com. We've got a blog there with lots of great content. You can also like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, hit us up on the chat on our website to get the best prices on Native Instruments products and all your other DJ and production gear. Check us out at proaudiostar.com.